Immersive Theatre is a London-based theatre company exploring the life of the Romanian community in the UK. I had a coffee with the co-founder, Anca Doczi, a Romanian actress who also studies at the University of East London. The goal of your theatre is to explore the life of the Romanian community in the UK. What kind of life is it?
Well, I think it's a complicated life in a way, but still better than home, or what people think that home was about for them and for the reason they came here. I mean, I think they had a reason to come here, and then the life is much more different. And for any immigrant, I think it's very different to cope with another culture, to integrate in a very different culture, very different. So I guess why it's complicated. It's complicated because the integration is hard. Not only because other people would make it hard for us, but because it is how it is. It's very different to skip from one kind of word to another word and start all over again. I guess for everybody, it's starting all over again in a very different environment. And this is a hard step to do. However, what I feel is that we are building an ideal Romania here as a community, which I think that every community is doing. They are building their ideals countries in another country.
And why did you decide to live in London?
Well, I decided to live in London because this was the only place I could study for my PhD research, the subject that I'm studying. So I applied for a PhD and I came in London. This is the only reason, but I was lucky to really like London.
And what do you like about living in England?
There is so much inspiration all around you. People are very different, people from all different cultures. So, for example, in my area of study, if I would need to study with someone how to do a Kathakali dance or a Chinese dance or Russian theater or to read a Polish book or to understand better a culture, I don't know, any kind of culture, then I will find here at least 120 cultures around me with people speaking those languages. So I won't need to travel in another part of the world. I have them all here. I would find someone to teach me about that culture. So I think this is amazing, and I really like walking on the streets and see all these different people, all these different features, amazing stories all the time. It's a great inspiration.
Do you follow the discourse of British government concerning Romanian immigration, and what do you think about it?
Well, I think it's quite a complicated issue. And I do feel, as a Romanian, I do feel that Romanians and Bulgarians are the scapegoats of a bigger picture, of a bigger political issue. But I'm not able to blame the British government or only the British government for having this discourse, or only the British media for having this kind of discourse. Because also our government, the Romanian government, has failed in representing us well and doing the right things in Europe. So, and also I do feel that Romanians are not very good in representing themselves in these issues. We are very different. Some professionals and workers and students and artists are very different, and they don't come together. This is what I feel. I think this is just my personal experience, that they don't come together in representing the diaspora. And also the Romanian media here in UK, it's not doing much of an effort of representing us. So yes, it could be better.
What's the image of Romanian people in Britain, and is it stereotypical?
I think that it would become stereotypical because it becomes stereotypical with any other community that would come from a country like Romania, from an ex-communist country with a poor government, in a country where are already a lot of immigrants. I think that any other nation that would make a little diaspora in London right now would become seen as stereotypical in this kind of discourse. Also, I do think that what the British media is representing in the press, it's so much different from what the British really think about Romanians. So yes, in the press, it's a very negative image. Also, if you see the pictures that are put together with different articles related to Romanians and Bulgarians, you'd not find the truth. I don't want to say why, because I think that everybody watching this would know why, but it's not the truth. But the Brits, the people on the streets, the professionals, the workers, the students, any kind of people, when you ask them, what do you think about Romanians? They would, where is this country? Or, oh, I hear in the press, something like that. But what is this? What's really happening? So they don't really know what is happening. They don't really know who Romanians are. And we have friends, and if other Brits said, oh, I have some Romanian friends, I know them, they are very nice people, they are okay. I mean, I was never rejected because I'm Romanian. Actually, I would say that when people hear I'm Romanian, they would say, oh, that very mysterious country? Or where are you from, Romania? Well, I'm from Transylvania. Oh my God, you're from the country of Dracula. And you know, people know stories, but they don't know the politics. The real people, the people that you work with, that you meet every day, that you're having a drink with, and then you just look at one person and you understand this person is good or bad. Stereotypes, I think that you really need to be put in front of a situation to to have stereotypes. So I think that the Brits didn't really experience really bad things about Romanians. So they would only have things that they see in the press, and now the elections are coming and it's a big subject, but it's just in the mind. Just if you meet a Romanian, it would look very different. I mean, it happened to me many times to be asked, where are you from? And I would say Romania, and no, you're not from Romania. Why? Because you don't look like a Romanian. But do you know how a Romanian looks like? Well, I've seen something different in the pictures. I've seen something different in the media.